Alright, Mason, let's get this logo drawn on this thing. I'm going to put this video in its own composition, and I'll put the logo on top, and I'll name it logo. We'll need to pre-compose it, and I'll show you why in just a minute. But we're going to trace this with the pen tool, not selecting the logo, and just click once and change this to peach. And back to this. Now I want to encourage you to just drag, try to make these as smooth curves. I saw when earlier you were doing this, you were doing a lot of clicking, which makes for jagged edges. Try to drag, make a smooth writing. Remember, hold spacebar to reposition these points. Hold Alt while you're doing that to redirect the flow. You'll get good at it for no time. In no time. Alright, so we got that. We need to put the right on effect onto the download JPEG, the logo. And I'm going to hit E to go to the effect here, right on. We're going to copy the shape's path to the brush position. And then I don't need this shape anymore. So my brush position now follows the letters. And so it actually pasted some roving keyframes, which means I don't even have to select them for them to move in time. The last and first keyframes, if any one of those moves, they scale with it. Now that's cool, but it may not help me to edit the keyframes. So we're gonna have to convert these. I'm gonna select these, right click, go to keyframe interpolation, and where it says roving, change that to locked time. Now we can make our adjustments. We want to change the brush size here, and let's go ahead and make this a big noticeable color. Let's make the brush size something noticeable too. We want to definitely cover up the image. Now we'll keep it on original image for now so we can see where we need to make adjustments. The brush time properties, we're going to need to set that to size, which means over time we want the brush size to be able to change. So now if I move the brush size, you can see it's all going to change. But if I start animating it, one is going to be heavy, the other one's going to not be heavy. Now I'm going to pay particular attention to this area here. That's where we want the keyframe and have control over the size. Right? Over here, I hit the J key a couple times. Actually, let me delete that keyframe. If I can line these keyframes up, it'd be better. There we go. So I'll just follow these keyframes to make my adjustments. Whoa, there's something. We need to make another keyframe. Let's see. This one's okay, but we need to, right here, get small. Get small now. Actually, I probably could have just messed with that under the other keyframe there. What am I doing? I'm doing the wrong thing. That's what I'm doing. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have put those points, and I basically did, but at intersections. Whoa, that one went to 0. I wondered where it went. cool. So there's a little bit of adjustments we might make over here. Hitting the J key. Brush size up. That looks alright. Alright, let's check this out. Reveal image. So right there, we might want to go even smaller. And oops, here we want to go even smaller. Maybe not that small. You know. And that's how we're going to do it. Back in the main comp, we're just going to have to key out the white, but that's how you're going to do it. That is a JPEG. It will pixelate if we scale it up, but I'm going to go for it. Now, that first part there, we'll want to animate the brush size. Spinning dog logo. Let's lock this one too. Animate the brush size to start at 0. So these need to keyframe together. I'm alt dragging. We don't even need roving keyframes to scale them. You can alt drag. Now, one thing I don't like is how it's the same rate. I'm going to try to fix that. Let's select the brush position keyframes. We'll go to the speed graph. See what we can do here. So bring these keyframes down just to give some variation to the speed. But I really think they need to scale more. And they have to scale with the brush sizes, which will fix that. And then the last thing is this spacing is not close enough, so that's that. All right, man. Let's do one last thing here. Luma key to the composition. Try to key out the brighter and bring the threshold up. It's gonna look bad, but I know if you had your own AI file without the white background, you wouldn't worry about this. I hope this has helped. What was it? Alt / right? Bam! Oh, that, yeah, there's that. How's that? Control plus. And then home, space. Alright, buddy. Take care. Let me know how it goes. Oh, you know what? That background is messing up. Check this out. So that effect I made. No, we're good.